Hi Pisces, and we are getting ready to do your December reading. And for each reading this month, I am pulling one card for the new year, sort of from the spiritual type of deck. This is Osho. So before we go into the reading, which will be relationships first, and then briefly singles, and then right after that, we'll do work and career, that sort of thing. So I'm going to pull one of these cards. This is like kind of some sort of spiritual something to work on for the year 2019. This is a general reading, so, take it as you will. All right. So we'll do that now for the sign of Pisces. Pisces. All right. Pisces 2019. Oh, wow. Okay. There we go. Compassion is the card that I pulled. It's a very high card, too, in this deck. So I notice like the lessons as they go on get a little bit more advanced. So that's pretty cool. I like seeing the high numbers. So this is card number 50, and the word is compassion. So let's take a look at that real quick, and I'll read it briefly. It looks like to me it's the story of, because this is the Osho deck, but it's like it incorporates all types of religious themes and parables and things like that. To me, this looks like the one where it's like the story about Jesus and the merchants or something like that. I remember like turning over the tables of coins, or I don't know. So let's see what where we're going with this. And then we'll get into your reading. Boom, 50. Okay, compassion. So I'm going to hold it up to the screen. So in case you want to take a screenshot and, refer to it later down the road, I'll try to hold it as still as possible. Okay. And I will briefly read it, not the whole thing, just this part. Okay, it says, people come to me and they ask, what is right and what is wrong? I say, awareness is right, unawareness is wrong. I don't label actions as wrong and right. I don't say violence is wrong. Sometimes violence can be right. I don't say love is right. Sometimes love can be wrong. Love can be for a wrong person. Love can be for a wrong purpose. Somebody loves his country. Now, this is wrong because nationalism is a curse. Somebody loves his religion. He can kill, he can murder, he can burn others' temples. Neither is love always right, nor is anger always wrong. Then what is right and what is wrong? To me, the author, awareness is right. If you are angry with full awareness, even anger is right. And if you are loving with full awareness, even love is not. I'm sorry. If I'm sorry. And if you are loving with unawareness, even love is not right. So let the quality of awareness be there in every act that you do, in every thought that you think, in every dream that you dream. Let the quality of awareness enter into your being more and more. Become suffused with the quality of awareness. Then whatsoever you do is virtue. Then whatsoever you do is good. Then whatsoever you do is a blessing to you and to the world in which you live. So put simply, I think the answer, he's kind of summing it up, is saying, it's not really about right or wrong. It's about awareness, which is the middle path. And so if you are doing any of those things with awareness, then, that is right. Okay. So, okay, let's get started into your reading. We'll start with relationships. All right. Let's see. Relationships for Pisces. Let's see who Pisces is dealing with in the relationship first. Pisces for December. Pisces dealing with this relationship, please. For December. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, this looks like for someone who is dealing with somebody with Pisces, like your significant other or whoever this is in your relationship that you're thinking of. It looks like they're kind of upset and angry right now, but I will say they have a good outcome, and there is the Lover's card at the bottom of the deck. But let me put down your cards right now. It looks like some arguing or some like being very defensive, being upset, that sort of thing. Maybe even taking off for a little while, being by themselves. I don't know. We'll get there. Let me put down your cards. Pisces, please. Pisces. December. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's some problems here. Okay. And definitely Pisces has a choice. All right. So, as far as like who you are dealing with, I can't tell who's done what to who, all right? Or, you know, it's not sometimes always about that anyway. It's just that obviously just things aren't right now, as far as feelings towards each other. You know, whoever you're dealing with, they have the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups with you. All right, so they're feeling extremely defensive, possibly argumentative, also for some of you. The Five of Cups, they're just very they're not hiding that they are emotionally drained. They, you know, they're just it's, you know, not a bad place. Or, I mean, it is a bad place, you know, for them to be. This could have something to do with some sort of messages or something from a Cancer, the sign of Cancer, for some of you. Leo is also a little bit prevalent here, but I feel like some sort of message came in. Or it has something to do with them, perhaps, like I said, maybe they've left for a little while, just want to be by themselves, you know, that sort of thing. Now, their outcome, they do have the Sun card. So there is some, and the Lover's card was at the bottom of the deck. So there's some sort of happiness here. And you have the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I just don't know if that's you guys together. This might be like maybe you guys are happy apart or something like that too. So we'll look at that in a minute and look at what your mutual energy is. For your cards, Pisces, I see you kind of just really, really, really being done with something with this Ten of Swords. You have the Ten of Swords, you have the Four of Swords, and then you have Strength. Again, it could have something to do with a Leo in this mix. But, you know, with the Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords, it just seems to me like, you know that right now there is no life left in this situation. And the only thing you can do is just be with it. You know, just let it be and let it soak in, all those types of things. Not really doing anything drastic, you know, just kind of sitting with it and letting it be is how I feel this reaction is going. Now, you do come out of that with the Strength card. So that's pretty good, unless, like I said, you're dealing with some sort of Leo situation here. But I do like, you know, it's like you have this Ten of Swords, so like there's this ending, this being done. Then there's this Four of Swords where you kind of go within, you kind of just sit with it and, you know, like I said, nothing drastic, nothing too crazy, anything like that. And then you come out from that with the Strength card. Like you've just gained this strength and this you know, momentum and that sort of deal. As far as your feelings towards who you are dealing with in this relationship, you have the Three of Swords and the Hanged Man. So again, you know, the Hanged Man, Four of Swords, kind of similar energy where you're just not doing much. You know, you're not taking any action with this. You're just sort of mummified. Like you don't kind of know what to do. The Three of Swords indicates some sort of betrayal, some sort of heartbreak or loss. Okay. Sometimes it can indicate third-party situations, and we do have a little bit of indication with that with both of your cards in the feelings for each other sector, because the Three Swords can be a third-party situation, and then the Five of Cups can be also, because the Three of Cups is spilled on the ground. But I will say, as far as this other person, there still is some, you know, there is still a connection as far as how they feel towards you. You know, there's all this stuff going on, but there is still, they still feel a connection to you. It's just everything is just spilled out on the ground now, and everything is just, it's heavy, it's dark, all that. They do still feel a connection with you, though. As far as you towards them, I don't see that as much right now. You know, I feel like this Three of Swords is, you know, just pretty flat out devastating in one way or another. Now, you have the Two of Swords as your outcome. So it feels like you need to make some sort of decision here, some sort of choice. And especially probably because you have the Four of Swords, which, you know, again, is kind of sitting with something. And the Hanged Man, though, is kind of, see, the thing is for this Pisces is, you know, it's like, it's cool, you know, just to be with it and all that sort of thing. But then you have to emerge from this with some strength. And in this feeling sectors, I don't necessarily see that happening quite yet, and understandably, you know, I mean, maybe you know, you're just not sure what to do. Okay, the Two of Swords though is kind of saying a decision, you know, pretty soon needs to be made, and there might be some things that you're not that you kind of know, but maybe you're not really facing about this decision. Okay, let's see. You do have the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck and the King of Cups, Pisces. So, you know, this could be you, you know, because it's cups, and, you know, we do have the trident. I think I called it a scepter or something last time, or scepter or whatever, but we do, you know, Neptune, you know, that sort of thing. So this could be you. You do have the World card, which could indicate some sort of new cycle coming in for you. This could be somebody else, though, that's on the horizon, you know, especially with the Page of Cups. That could be somebody new, you know, kind of flirting in or something like that. Let me see what your mutual energy is with this, and that'll give me a better indication if you guys are both moving on to other people, or if you guys are going to maybe kind of fix this up, you know, towards the end of the month going into January. So let me see what your mutual energy is here. The mutual energy for Pisces, like towards the end of this like, type of resolution from this issue, please. What is the mutual? Mutual outcome. Okay. This seems to me that it, you know, and this won't be for all of you, you know, obviously it's a general reading, but it seems to me with the Ten of Wands as mutual outcome that, you know, it's not the most positive card. So this is maybe something, one of those times to kind of look at if this like reading is, you know, hitting and all that sort of thing with you. You know, the Ten of Wands is to me very much in this deck about a card of nobody knows where, you know, there's no direction with this thing. You know, there's no end game planned. You know, it's like, in other words, like, you know, when couples are, you know, like truly, you know, in love and truly respecting each other and truly helping each other achieve their goals, both independently and together, things like that, they kind of have like an end game, you know, they have like they can see like the end of the road and where they're going and that sort of thing. This card is just not that. It's like not really having any idea where this is leading, you know, anymore. And it's just kind of trudging along, you know, day after day, maybe year after year, depending for some of you, you know, and not really gelling, you know, ever kind of thing. You know, that's mutual energy. So that's you, you know, and them, you know, that's what we have. And I will also say at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Death card. So, you know, I just feel like this might, for some of you, again, some of you, because some others might pull out of this. I do see the Reconciliation card, actually, not too far back. So it's possible that maybe this kind of needs to end for now, like a little bit, and everybody take a break sort of thing. Maybe, you know, with that Reconciliation card that is a little ways down the deck, maybe, you know, it takes this blunt ending to kind of think about things and see where you guys are at separately, and then maybe come back together. That could be too. Or maybe going separate ways. It's a pretty, you know, I hate to call that because it is just a month in time, you know, but for some of you, I think that this is kind of a little bit of the setup for, you know, really ending some sort of relationship at some point. So, all right, so I will leave that there. And let's look at singles and see what's going on with single Pisces. Okay, all right, single Pisces, single Pisces, single Pisces. Yep, let's go with that one. All right, single Pisces. What's going on for single Pisces in December? Nope. Single Pisces in December. I didn't drop any others, did I? Wow, that Lover's card just keeps wanting to be all coming out. That's a good thing. So some of you might have something come in. All right, let's see what your message is, though. See what the other message is for Pisces singles. Any other message? Pisces singles. What do we got? Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. So this may tie in a little bit into that relationship reading. So maybe some of you, maybe that's not like a really long-term relationship that I just did, reading. I mean, for some of you, I think it may have been, but some of you might kind of be relating to this one as well. So because we have similar cards here and I'm using a different deck. So we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Ten of Swords in this. So I feel like it's like, just sort of, again, it's, needing to probably face that something isn't, not working out. It needs to end. It's just not good for you, because from that, once that is established, you have the Eight of Wands, which can sometimes be Cupid's arrows coming in. All right, so it could be that somebody, possibly a fire sign, is waiting in the wings to come in once this is finished. Okay, that could be. It could also have something to do with like travel too. Let's see. Let me put a card on this Two of Swords. Pisces singles. Mistake. There was some sort of mistake here. That's the card I pulled. So unfortunately, for some of you, there's a couple ways this can go. And I have a feeling this won't resonate with a lot. This is probably a message for some, just a few people out there specifically. Sorry about that weird sunlight thing. It's like, I keep trying to dodge it, but I'll sit over here. Okay. So it just seems like for some of you, there might have been some sort of mistake made in like a choice that you made, or something. Maybe the person you were dating, that sort of thing, made a mistake. Maybe, they were dating too many people, something like that. Or maybe you made a mistake, or, whatever it may be, and mistakes, that word is just sort of, I'm more of a fan of there are no mistakes, because we tend to do things, even if they're, sometimes not the right things, we tend to do them for a reason, but with the Ten of Swords, I feel like this has caused that in a sense. And it's just kind of understanding that this just, not the right thing, it's just not the right deal. Now, it's possible that later, maybe that's, communication is needed, because Eight of Wands can be communication also. So maybe, you can communicate some of those feelings and see how that goes. If this is something you didn't want to end, that's possible. For others of you, I feel like it's like if you end something, then these Cupid arrows are coming in for you. Have faith. Okay. So, okay. All right. So here's the message. There, if for some of you, if there was some sort of mistake that has occurred, and right now it is a Ten of Swords moment, like it's just, wow, there is no life left in the situation. Nothing's going anywhere. This is, defeat, all that kind of stuff, endings, all that. You do have some sort of communication coming in. Have faith. Okay. That's what this card is here. So again, this could either be Cupid's arrows, somebody new completely, like if this was a mistake and this is something you don't want back, then don't worry about it. That's cool. You're done. But for others of you who made a mistake and, it's the end now and it feels like you'll never be able to get back with that person or something like that, this is saying have faith. Okay. There is probably communication coming at some point during the month. There is, though, a hidden enemy here. All right. That is at the bottom of the deck. And it doesn't have to necessarily be like a person lurking behind the curtain. It's to me, hidden enemy it can mean all kinds of things. It can mean a person. It can be somebody like talking into their ear and giving them all kinds of bad things about you. Or it could be, an actual habit or pattern or something like that. It doesn't have to be a person or a thing. But right after that, you do have new beginnings. Okay. So whether or not that is with this current person that you feel devastated over, or if this is have faith because somebody new is coming in better. All right. So that could be too. I would say with the hidden enemy, just make sure, if you're in this place now, just, try to have faith that things are looking up. And with the hidden enemy card, make sure that it's not your own mind. you know, being negative and being, oh my God, I'll never find anybody, you know, that kind of thing. Make sure you don't fall into those types of things. So all in all, I mean, it's, you know, it's not the best reading, obviously, with the Ten of Swords showing up right in the middle, but it's, again, like, I'm a fan of things need to happen sometimes for other reasons. And that's what I see. This is a very bright card. It's a very good card. So something will lift you out of that space. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see career and workplace for Pisces. Pisces, career and workplace. Pisces. Pisces, career and workplace. For December. Okay. Career and work for December, please. Okay. One more. December. Ooh, all right, Tower. We've got a little bit of a Tower moment here. Seems to work out good in the long run, though. All right, Pisces, let's see. So we have the Seven of Swords right in the middle with the Three of Cups. So it seems like, you know, to me, Seven of Swords sometimes in a career reading is about like staying on your toes, kind of, you know, using all kinds of like tactics and things to stay ahead of the game. Sometimes it's also just about like scoping out a bunch of different opportunities, things like that. It could literally be, though, you know, maybe, you know, a little bit of sneaky stuff to get, you know, where you need to go, which sometimes does happen in the career world. Either way, whatever it may be, you do have the Three of Cups. So this could also even be, it could be as simple too as maybe somebody checking you out at work also. And, you know, you guys go out for, you know, it is December, probably holiday parties, things like that. Maybe somebody's checking you out. Who knows? I don't know. Could be something like that. But, okay, at the foundation of your reading, you have the Six of Coin. So that's a pretty good card. You know, it's a good balance card. You have the Two of Cups at the top. So it seems like this is a good match for you. You know, whatever this work, finance, reading type thing may be, you know, that it seems like it's a good type of balance and a good match. All right. You have the Queen of Cups in the recent past turning into the Magician. So I'm going to look at the Queen of Cups as probably you, Pisces, because it is a cup. So that's really good. However, the Death card's coming up here, and we have the Tower, and we have somebody kind of maybe walking away. So it could be that maybe you were scoping out some other opportunities. All right, maybe you were out, you go to like some holiday stuff or whatever, you know, and you start talking to somebody, and they're like, you know what, you know, you should come work for such and such, you know, because I think you'd be like a great match, and you know, it could be something like that, and then you coming in as the Magician, manifesting this and making that happen, because maybe you weren't like super happy in what you're doing now. So this could be something that could be coming up for you during this month. And then the Death card could be you actually putting an end to whatever you had and transforming into some other type of place, or new career or something like that. The Magician could be getting some sort of idea about how to manifest, you know, some sort of new business or you know, something like that. It's a good card to have in the near future, because it's saying that you have the ability, the tools, the resources right now to really make yourself into what you would like to do. All right, so it's a really good card. Death card, though, so you know, with Death and Tower, I got to go. For some of you, you know, there could be some sort of firing here. You know, especially with Tower kind of out of the blue, and you guys do have that card in your sector. Let me see what this is here. Nine of Wands. Whoever you're working with, or like if it's a company or if it's like maybe a partner or something like that, there is something wrong with them. All right, there is something wrong with this company, or that they've been hurt. They're they're not doing that well. All right. So whatever this is, you know, if this is, like I said, if it's if you have a partner or if you work at a place, they're not doing well. So that could be what this is about. So it might be a good idea that for some of you, if this even like feels slightly like it could be the case, then I would definitely start, you know, scoping out, you know, some other opportunities and things and for which you do have good cards. I see this is here too. It's in hopes, dreams, and fears, but you know, so I don't usually bring that up. But since it is a walking away from something type of card, I am, you know, because it's like you might be kind of intuitively feeling or fearing that this may happen, or feeling, or maybe hoping to, you know, like I said, maybe you're hoping to, you know, put an end to what you currently do and try this new thing. That could be too. So let's see what the Tower card is. This could also, for a very rare few of you, could also be somebody at your work who is hitting on you relentlessly, and like you don't show any interest or something like that. They're extremely hurt, and then just play it really cold with you, and then maybe there's like a surprise firing, you know, for a very few of you. That would be pretty rare, but it is, you know, kind of indicated here a little bit too. Let me take a look at your Tower card. Okay. Okay. All right. So there are lots of opportunities coming up after the Tower card, but the Tower card does not look simple. All right. Sometimes Tower cards aren't bad because, like, yeah, you see pretty immediate, like, good things coming right in. And there is, but it's going to literally, you know, for some of you, this will actually be one of those like Tower moments. It's going to be a little sudden. It's going to be a little shocking. There's going to be an end to something here. With the Eight of Swords, I feel like, you know, you're going to feel a little trapped and a little not thrilled, all right, with what's going on, and then kind of being up in the air, not knowing what to do, okay? But you do have the Ace of Pentacles right after this. You have the Knight of Pentacles right after this. You have the Temperance card. So this is saying it is going to be okay. Everything will be balanced out. You know, I don't see huge financial loss, anything like that here. I don't see you staying in this energy too long. I think you're going to recoup very quickly. I think you're going to have some outstanding offers waiting for you also. So I think that's really good. And I think it's also going to bring much more balance to, you know, what you are doing. Even if you really loved this and you felt like it was a good match and all those types of things, I feel like you're going to find that again, but in a more balanced way. Like whoever this is that you're working for, they're just hurting, you know, and this one is not. All right. So, and I think it'll be a better match for you for security wise and all those things in the long run. So, you know, all in all, kind of a weird reading. You know, don't get too scared. Like I said, you know, it's not going to apply to everybody. Obviously, it's a general reading, but it's seems like it may, you know, to some out there. But just try to remember, like if something crazy like this does happen, you know, try to remember that there are these excellent opportunities, that this energy, you know, will not last long. And this confusion of kind of like not knowing what to do, or like having so many options in front of you, you're not sure what to do. This will clear, and you have two fantastic offers waiting in the wings after this. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. Okay. Let's see. I guess that's it. Yeah. So, you know, likes and comments. I always like reading all the comments and all that. And I hope you guys do have, you know, hopefully that won't apply to anybody. And I hope you guys have a really good rest of the month. All right. Thanks. Bye.